is a very embarrassing live, but I want to always keep you guys updated. You guys have kept me moving forward in my acting career, and I haven't posted about this in a few days, but it's because I've been dealing with something quite embarrassing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. So I successfully completed week 1 of acting class. Shout out to all of y'all that helped me with my monologues. Y'all got me into this big old school, and now work is to be done. Now, in one of the classes, I had to pretend that I hurt my ankle pretending I was running from an imaginary bear. Yeah, that was the exercise. So, teacher comes in, says we're gonna do some improv classes, improv workshops, and I, I'm down. You know, I've taken improv for a number of years. I've actually been in improv, over 10 years, but not like I'm not like one of the top people in improv, but like I've been in improv a number of years, and I was ready. But what I didn't do in improv school, shout out to the Pit, shout out to UCB, shout out to Groundlings, shout out to those three schools. But what I didn't do in those three schools is this one particular activity that we did in acting school. We had to chase each other down as bears. And I tweaked my ankle. Yes, I tweaked my ankle running from an imaginary bear. Oh my gosh. I even went to I didn't went to, but I was lucky enough to run into a physical therapist. That's how bad it was. Like, I thought the worst. Like, I had torn my Achilles or something like that, but I was just, I was able to walk. I was able to walk, but it was very difficult. Like, first thing out of bed, I would have to kind of, nimbly get out of bed, but all because I ran truthfully from this imaginary bear. The first night, I got some advice to use ice, and that was good for over the night. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, have you hurt your ankle running from an imaginary bear? Because I did. um, yes. At first, I put ice on it, but like, I was really proud of myself for hurting my ankle. I know this sounds bad, but like, I had to have really truly believed that I was being chased by a bear in order to hurt myself running from this imaginary animal. And that is what acting is pretty much about, is like making things look realistic, and I made it as realistic as possible, enough to hurt myself. What's up? Hi. Hi, Prabha. Leave in the chat where you're from, and if you guys watched the Emmys last night, because I definitely did, as inspiration, of course, to hopefully one day win one. Oh, what's up from India? I have I have friends from Hyderabad. I don't know how far that is from you, but like, thanks for joining. Anyway, yes, I definitely had to go to a physical therapist. Uh, and I had to explain to the physical therapist that, like, I hurt my ankle running from an imaginary animal. Um, Haywood Pittman, damn, you're a big chick. I mean, listen, given what's going on in the world today, sir, like, why don't you just chill on the negative stuff? Because that's not what we're here about, to be honest. So if you want to say negative things in the feed, do that somewhere else, because we ain't playing that no more. Um, but anyway, I I'm better now, and I've done practicing. I've been to the gym already today, so I had no problems walking around. But I was so proud of myself for like running, and actually, to the point where it was believable. Today, I have my second week of class, And it's going to be interesting. We already have a lot of homework. Before I got on the live today, I was reading a whole lot of I have to read a play because I have to do a scene with someone, and the play is called People, Places, and Things. And it's a really deep play. Some of you who have helped me. Oh, you don't know any English? Well, I don't know how to speak in your language, but I thank you for your support anyway. So this is about people that deal with drug abuse. And my teacher was there when I did my monologue audition to get into the acting school, and I did a monologue for a play called Water by the Spoonful, which was also a play about so people recovering from drug addiction, whether it's painkillers or cocaine. The central part of the story was people relapsing and the people around them that cause them to get into that state. In this play, we're dealing with a woman named Emma who is also entering drug rehab, and she is trying to get off of everything. She is on several different drugs. Uh, the one thing I don't think she's on is heroin, but she was on painkillers. She's on um, antidepressants. She's smoking. She's drinking, and she's also lying, and she's doing all of that to hide something. And I'll admit I've only gotten through half of the play. The part that I have to do for class is near the end. But just to be real thorough about the work that I'm doing, I'm trying to read the script from beginning to end, which is about 94 pages, in order to properly act out the character that I have to play. Now, I have to play her mom. And what I know about her mom is that she was basically, I don't think she has addiction, but she's pretty much fed up with her daughter and all the things that her daughter has done. Apparently, her daughter didn't graduate from school, didn't graduate from anything. Her habit, her drug habit tends to have her just start things but never finish. So there's a part of the script where she says, "You started violin class and had buy the best violin for you, but you never finished class. You wanted tennis practice, but you never finished tennis for a year. You did crash diets, fad diets, things like that. And now you want me to have sympathy for you," which is a very tough thing as a person that loves another person, especially if I'm supposed to be playing her parent or her mom. The way it's written, I'm supposed to be so fed up that I don't even care anymore that she is suffering. And I, at one point in my scene, actually hand her back the items that she was addicted to before she went into rehab. Like, I literally give her a case of everything she had hidden in her house, all the drugs and stuff, and I slide it back over to her because I don't know. It's pretty sad to do, but I guess in the state of mind that I'm in for the play, I am so fed up that I know she's going to relapse. I know she's going to go back to her old ways, so might as well give her back the stuff she needs. So, hi, Kudmop. Hi, Diart. I'm just explaining a new play that I have to do for acting class. I explained that I hurt my ankle running from an imaginary bear. Thank you for your concern. I am better now. But now I have to tackle something that's even more stressful, which is playing the role of a mom who is at the end of end of her wits, basically, just doesn't really care. I won't say that doesn't care about her daughter, but doesn't doesn't care for another letdown. So I'm gonna have to keep you posted on that on another time because I'm in the very beginning stages of learning that role. But what I know is YouTube, you guys have been very helpful in getting me from step to step. When I did my audition monologue, the class and the teachers were very impressed. And I can thank, my friends, and I can thank you guys for pressing me over my live streams to do and practice my roles so that you can help me, uh, and give me real raw feedback whenever I'm practicing. So the monologue that I have, well, it's not a monologue, it's a scene where I'm really talking to her, my daughter. I want to see if I could find some lines to read back to you to just show you how hard this role is. Shout out to you guys who have joined. You guys are like my acting coaches, so I'm just gonna um, give you a scene real quick. So here's a paragraph that's gonna be really tough for me to do. Um, and and hey Tyrone. Yeah. So Tyrone, basically, this is not a monologue, but it's a scene, and the tough scene is that the mom is very, very done with her daughter who is going through counseling for her addictions. So the scene, I just want to do a couple of hard paragraphs and read it back to you. I'm not like memorized, but some of the language you'll see is tough. Okay, so this paragraph is basically about her. Okay, so her Emma tells her mom that she's the biggest threat to her being to relapsing, and the mom just does not care, which is very, very rough to see. And then okay. So here's a paragraph I'd like to read back to you. So the mom says to the daughter, right, her new life decision about going to rehab. She said, it doesn't suit you, darling. This self-righteous pleasure denying role. It's boring. If you want honesty, real, no bullshit, gloves off, truthfulness, sweetheart, drink and drugs were the only things that made you fun. And now you want closure, or whatever they call in this new cult of yours. You want to say sorry for, and that will heal wounds, that will make us happy clappy family, and that's not just going to happen. This family is broken forever. That's a tough thing to say. uh, Emma is, I can guess from this play that Emma is white, but I feel what we want to be clear about is that drug addiction does not happen for a certain race. All right, but you are funny, Tyrone. But yeah, this is a very tough play, and I'm naturally a person that I love people. I don't want to abandon anybody, and for the first time I'll have to abandon someone. It's very tough. But um y'all are bugging. Uh but yeah, this is the I will tell you this, Tyrone. The last play that I had to do, that you guys helped me with, you know, it was a play that was written by someone who was Latin, so Spanish speaking. Um you guys got to chill in the comments. Thank you very much. So, here's another crazy line that I can read back to you. Um, y'all are bugging in the chat today, but please, let's keep it respectful, because it's a tough time for everybody. Okay, so I'll read you one more tough paragraph before I get ready for class. Um, so, okay. So this is where the mom pretty much tells the daughter, as you know, all the shortcomings that she's had in life. So here the mom says, you know, you insisted on having sorry, let me start a little bit back. You think you're this chameleon living hundreds of lives, but you're always just you, full of certainty when you discover something, but you never see it through, and this will be no different. Instead of having one good one and then quit lessons, sorry, let me back up because I have to read this with somebody. But so the mom says you're just a chameleon living hundreds of lives, but you're always just you, full of certainty when you discover something, but you never see it through, and this will be no different. We've still got your violin somewhere. Insisted on having one good one, then quit lessons within half a year. Tennis gear, the same. Pets. Moved schools 3 times. Quit university 4 times. Evening classes. Fad diets. Exercise crazes. Just once, I would like to have seen you graduate. Daughter says, I did. He said, you'll just have an excuse, right? See the latest lifestyle decision within the context of 1,000 abandoned projects. Right. And then she says the lines that I told you before, that she's just joining a cult and she won't finish that either, which is a tough thing to say. So I need like maybe a couple of days to run this through, but in a couple of days, I'll probably be more practiced and I'll run it for you on Wednesday. So you guys subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your your sympathy about my ankle and running from a bear. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. Peace.